Every part starts off with a sketch to build from. Part A consists of the hairdryer's fan and motor, whereas Part B consisted of its metal parts that copper wire resistance would have been wrapped around, as well as its shell that was crafted as two separate objects fitting together like a puzzle. The metal parts labeled as cross parts and second cross-sectional part was created by drawing a sketch first. All vertical and horizontal measurements were taken and manually entered through the rapid dimension function. To ease the process, the profile function was first used to map out the basic shape of the parts, and was then fine-tuned with the right dimensions to create an exact replica of the part in a 3D space on NX. All corners were rounded as measured, most having a 1 mm radius, but variations like 0.3 mm and 0.5 mm can also be seen. The sketch was then extruded to a depth of 0.8 mm and assigned the material iron 40. After both these parts were created, they were assembled together into a sub-assembly. Assembly constraints like touch-align were used. Next is the shell of the hairdryer. These parts were made through using the surface modeling and modeling sections on NX. Once again, starting with a sketch and working from there to design an accurate replica of the hairdryer shell. Features like revolve, extrude, subtract, studio design, and edge blend were used to create these shells. Just like before, the replica is accurate to real life due to us using measurements from real life and entering them through rapid dimension into NX's 3D realm. The shells were assigned the material polypropylene. Lastly, color was added to the parts to add more realism through the assign color to feature function. The detailed drawings were created by adding a new sheet in the drafting interface of NX. Using the NWU template, all needed information was entered, like scaling, date, the part names, and personal information for identification purposes. A base view was added, and then a top and right view projected above and next to the front view, as we selected it. An isometric view is added in the top right corner, and settings were changed so that the isometric view is fully shaded and not just a wireframe. If needed, part lists were added next, and the tick box was clicked for balloons to be visible. This is for easier manufacturing and part identification purposes. Next, all detailed sketches are added, followed by all dimensioning to indicate all horizontal, vertical, and radial measurements. Just like every part starts with a sketch to build from, every model ends with fine-tuning and double-checking that all measurements are correct. Thank you.